Halito. Welcome, family. Shout out to Realize TV. I see you, one of the brothers that's in the chat, very first ones that just getting in. How you guys are doing? Peace and blessings. Yes, I've been reporting on some of these killings that's been going on in our community. Um, I hate to just keep talking about stuff like this because you're really not going to stop these people from relearning killing. It's just really hard when you've been these young people today have been raised in environments that have taught nothing but hate of self-hatred. And this is a situation down there in Saint Helens, Louisiana. Saint Helen, Louisiana is near Hammond, Louisiana, and I was telling one of my brothers out there. I said, stop putting everything on New Orleans, please, because at first the information came out that this incident happened in New Orleans, Louisiana, but they did have a couple of brothers that was found in New Orleans, Louisiana, that fled. Some fled in other parts of the parish. Alexis in the house. So this information that I'm trying to give you guys is to pay attention on who you're dealing with. Rather you selling weed or whatever the hell you doing, some things always fall back on you. You know what I'm saying? A drug deal is a drug deal. Whatever the hell they doing, you got to keep your eyes open on what you're doing. Uh, I can't sit here and say that everybody's a victim of being, a victim of the streets because somebody just killing innocent people. It don't always happen that way. Everybody don't just go out and kill innocent people. It's always something to the matter. You know what I'm saying? So I want people to understand that this situation that happened. Most of the things that I try to teach and hopefully some of these young people will listen and be careful that people watch you and they envy you. They see how you dress. They see all you going out there flashing. And there's a lot of brothers and sisters that love to look good, flash their vehicles, so they showing their stuff on YouTube, showing their stuff on Facebook and Instagram, and we got a lot of us like to show up. I even Chief Peanut Know the 504. Even me at times, I like to show out too. I like to show that I can dress differently other than work clothes. Shout out to Tony. But I want people to understand that there are people that are watching you, and you may not be as rich as they think that you are. People watch you, and you showcasing yourself on social media. You're showcasing yourself. You're just feeling good, and not understanding that there are people out here watching you. Now, some of you guys may have heard of this event down there in Saint Helens, Louisiana. Some people who have covered it. Willie D, shout out to Willie D. Some people have covered it and said New Orleans, but from people like myself who was born and raised in New Orleans, Louisiana, I kind of figured that was not New Orleans, Louisiana. Okay, first of all, New Orleans, Louisiana have a lot of shotgun houses, and a lot of people live next to each other. They got homes that they don't have that much space like other cities, so they're all cramped up on each other. So I kind of figured that when I saw all that land, some of the things that we talk about on this conscious channel of getting land and getting us some acres and acres of land. This is some of the things that we talk about on this channel. But it could be your benefit and it could be bad for you too. So I want people to understand that. Thank you, you guys, for stating that. Let me know, could you guys hear me? For one, put a one in the content or fire emoji. Let me know, could you hear me? Because I don't know, because I'm probably connected. Let me know, could you hear me? Anybody in the chat? Let me know that you can hear me. Okay, I'm gonna turn that switch off. If anybody in the chat, let me know that you can hear me now. Okay, I my speakers off, so just making sure that you guys can hear me. Shout out to Bronze, man. Shout out to that brother, and thank everybody for praying for me and my praying for my family, for my nephew, and my brother, and his, dealing with his issues. You know what I'm saying? But I want people to understand this content is for you to be aware of your surroundings. Understand that people are watching you, and as you are successful, some of you may talk too much about how much money you make. You might talk about how successful you are, but remember, somebody out in the streets are watching you. So as I looked at the article and as I looked at some of the videos, I knew that was not from New Orleans, Louisiana. I knew that was from Saint Helens, a small town near Hammond, Louisiana. Okay, so the part what I'm making to you guys is that this place where this murder happened, where these bold young men were so bold enough to murder that young man on his steps. Well, not basically on the steps, on his lawn. They lured him off his steps and in his trailer that he was living in. And you can see how far it was for them to get to the highway. You can see how far the highway was. The highway was so far away from the house. So these people had some land. I don't know if that was his land. He was renting that little trailer. I don't know. But these three guys or four guys, I'm hoping I'm not incorrect on how many, but these guys came up to his porch and demanding that he give them money. But it looked like this had to be a little bit of money and a little bit of drugs. Okay, a little bit of both. So some of the things that what I saw, which there's no reason to murder anybody over money or drugs. I don't give a damn what situation you in. The way they did that young man was unbelievable, and I feel for him and his wife and his family. It was unbelievable what I saw with my own eyes. As they terrorized him, they told him, counting down. If you don't get the money, you don't get your lady to get the money. We're gonna murder you, and we're gonna kill you right here in front of your wife if she don't get out here and give you the money. At first, they did not know that the wife was inside. They did not know. So the trip part about it is, always if you're gonna live a certain life, you better have a gun. If you're gonna live a certain life and live in a rural area, and you got that many acres to get to the highway to get, you're not near neighbors, where neighbors can see you, where neighbors can actually help you. And they got the brother off the steps, and they got him near where they can to the cars, and they got him over there, and they shot him one time in the leg. And the man starts screaming, and he starts screaming, and he starts screaming and pleading to them, don't kill him. So once these guys realize, these terrorists realized that he had a wife in there, they demanded him to tell the wife to come out and bring the money. So they count down as they count down as they count down at this young man, as this man prayed, was pleading for his life, pleading for his life. As the man pleads for his life, these bastards proceed, and they constantly terrorize him more and more and more until the young lady couldn't take it no more. And she came out and threw a bag. I don't know if it was drugs. I don't know if it was money, but she threw a bag, and they caught the bag. And as they got the money, they didn't just leave the man alone. They shot him again. The other guy shot him multiple times, and then they spreaded all of their bullets on this young man. I want you guys to understand this. Now they robbed this man, they got his money, they got everything. And they just spread it all on him. And then it was, the good thing about this situation is that the wife or girlfriend or whoever she is, she was able to be on the phone with the police, and the police, as these criminals, these thugs were trying to fled, the police car was right on their ass. And she was waving them down, telling them, no, don't come here, keep going. And they got him. This was a situation where the bad guy did not get away. And they crashed the vehicle. And one of the guys are in critical conditions right now. Hopefully he don't wake up. I'm sorry. Hopefully he does not wake up. There's just one badass apple that we don't have to worry about. And I'm sorry. I'm tired of us praying for these criminals, talking to church, talking about God don't like ugly. We sit here and we listen to religion. No, eye for eye. You are man enough to take a man's life. You are man enough to murder this young man in blood. So you man enough to die. Well, I'm sick and tired of us talking about, oh, they so young. They were teenagers. They were 16 years old. They were 17 years old. They 18 years old. Fuck that. Fuck that. Don't tell me about if you are out here, and I'm talking about the parents who are moaning over the loss of their thugs, mourning the loss of their thugs. You're in your children's life, they wouldn't have to steal. They wouldn't have to steal. We need to be like other countries, cutting fucking fingers off. Some of these countries where a white boy was caned, he was whipped in the ass. They caned his ass. I can't think about Singapore, where the white boy was cutting up, doing graffiti, and they whipped his ass with a cane. I really believe that the laws of America should be even more painful to these thugs. You can't even go into grocery stores. You can't even go into certain cities. You got to avoid certain places. It shouldn't be like that, family. It should not be like that. Aren't you sick and tired of us keep on coming up with excuses on why our melanated people are murderers? Murdering our own people. We talk about building tribes. We'll never get a tribe, man. We're going to have to weave out certain people. Certain people have to be weaved out in order for the world to be better. Just like certain white people need to be weaved out. Certain Africans need to be wiped. A certain people of the crowds need to be wiped out. And I'm going to say what it is. We got people who can't go in certain areas because they're afraid, man. I can't go down that hood, man. And they're going to rob me. And your success, we got a lot of people who like to glaunt, and you don't really understand that while you out here showing your best, they got people out here that envy your life. I think about that all the time, that I got to carry some protection, because even when I display my beautiful family, people might take that like I'm rich. You don't know, there's some crazy people out here, Alexis. There's some crazy people out here on social media that are watching and praying on the weak. Yes, that's true. The unrighteous devils are out here, and right around us, right around us. And we don't sit here and we don't think that it can happen to us because it hasn't hit your house. It hasn't hit you. And just like my nephew dying last week, I never thought it would be my nephew. I never thought that somebody would get that close. It happened, it happened before. I didn't think my brother would live another nightmare. But you got these people out here wilding. They on drugs and they wilding. They don't give a damn about you. And it needs a lot of poverty. This is why we talk about Jim Crow and the poverty in our community, because we got a lot of young brothers who are very hungry out here, very poor, and they're not going to work like you and I. They're not going to go out there and bust their ass and do shit for themselves. They're going to try to take it from people. They're not going to go out here and earn the right to be a man or a woman. We got females that are committing crimes that you never thought would commit crimes. We're just going through a sad culture, a different culture, a different day, a different time, where people just don't respect people. Young people don't respect adults. And we are constantly giving too many passes, too many excuses. I hate to say it. It's getting bad. It's not getting better. I can sit here and talk about the Aborigine content. It's hard for me to get back to the content until I straighten up and make you aware on what's going on out here in the consciousness street. We just got it's bigger than just than just us. And that's crazy. It's crazy. When we look at, natural people supposed to die naturally, young people not supposed to be dying in their 20s, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 12, 11, some even 9 years old. And we are not addressing our hardest communities. The things that happens in our communities, we're not addressing it hard enough. And it needs to be talked about. It needs to be talked about. The truth, you can't avoid the truth. You can't avoid, you can leave my chat and not want to hear the truth, but the truth is going to follow you and follow you and follow you. And like I say, if it can happen to me, it can happen to you. And that's what life is all about. And we got to talk about what we can do to change change one or two, three young men and save them. Because some of them you can't save. You got some young men who are following and being bullied into being a terrorist. We got some young men who are being bullied and they are following the terrorist acts. So we got to do what we got to do to help the ones that can be saved. Everybody can't be saved. And let me tell you something. Sometimes everybody not gonna go where you want to go, want them to go. And there's just like we got a couple of white supremacists that gotta go. We got a couple of our people that gotta go with them. It ain't just white supremacists that's got to go, because you have people that's been taught under the Jim Crow laws and they'll never love you because they have been paid. It's been in their mind, it's been in their body, and it's been in their soul. Shout out to Chief Cali in the house. And I want you guys to understand that it's gonna some people ain't gonna make it with the tribe. Some people we gonna have to eliminate. And I hate to be talking like this. I'm not talking reckless. I'm telling you that all people are not for us. Everybody is not going to be a part of our tribes. Everybody's not going to be a part of our movement. Everybody is not a part of what we building. You cannot expect everybody to change. There are going to be some people who are going to be combative in our own community that are going against us. We got to watch. It ain't just white supremacists. It's people that's in our communities that are killing and murdering our own people. Everybody ain't going to come where you want them to go. You can do all the work of the Most High. You can go all out in the streets and you can feed people. You can give them so much. You can give them all you can give them. But everybody is not going. And you can only expect to save 2 or 3 people, and that's all that counts. You're not gonna get no hundreds. Everybody ain't gonna go where you want them to go. And that's the problem right now. We're trying to push people. Everybody ain't gonna like what we're doing. That's just like in our Aborigine movement. Some of the things that we talk about, they still are on the consciousness of being Africa. They have been beaten all their life and mentally beaten, fucked up in the mind, thinking that they are something that they're not because they've been trained that way. Once you are trained a certain way, it's hard to untrain a person of the knowledge. Untraining people's thoughts and mind and soul. You can't just do that. Shout out to Pony Lights. It don't work like that. All the years that we see people, much as you love Auntie love that crack. Much as you love Auntie love that crack. Because she been fed to that crack. That happened way in the 80s. Shout out to the Wolf, Kana Wolf. Oh, shout out to you, Wapak. I want people to understand that. JB in the house. We sit here and we think about every time a brother is trying to build something, then you got somebody that's going to always be combative with you. Oh, well, man, we trying to get these tribes together. We trying to get our paperwork, the laws and all this. Well, them land patents are fucked up. Yeah, you ain't getting nowhere with the land patents. We're always going to have somebody that's going to be combative and say what we're doing or what you're doing is not the right way. They want you to follow what the fuck they doing. And guess what? They ain't moving 5 steps neither. There's always going to have that one person that's going to divide a tribe. You're always going to have somebody that's, I'm bigger, I'm better, my channel is fly, as long as you just, follow me. Me, it's all about me. Man, fuck them people in the chat. I don't know them motherfuckers. They gonna still love me. The arrogance of people. The arrogance of our own people. That Jim Crow that I keep telling you followed us and followed us and followed us and followed us. All them years we thought Sambo was the man that was a problem. We thought Sambo was the one who was Uncle Tom. We thought Uncle Tom was the bad person, but not you. We overlooked Sambo. We are so busy talking about Uncle Tom, and Uncle Tom is out here saving people. Uncle Tom was giving women and children his leftovers, sneaking in the kitchen, feeding the leftovers to the children. See, that's the mind of Jim Crow. Jim Crow gonna tell you Uncle Tom is the bad when Johannes was freeing slaves. While we sitting here crossed in our minds, we sit here what the white man gonna tell us what's bad and what's good. The white man said that this man was his right. All along, Johannes was more than what you knew. He took lashes. He was getting beat. He was stealing out the kitchen. But we let people paralyze our brains through years and years of oppression. Even for those who don't understand, they that all along, that if we look at TV and we look at the version of, we go around, we look at Christmas. They paint this, well, they paint Christmas, this pagan holiday. All this is all them and stem to dominate you. They told you that these Jewish people are the people of God, but they didn't tell you that the Jewish people that they speak of are not the Jews. We go through life listening to what white men have told us, their history. Shout out to Bronze. We listen to their history because European history, the Queen of England, she came down here and stripped all the teachings of what we were and pushed they shit on us. Them people know that you are the original natives of this land. You are the indigenous people of this land. You are the first and not the last. They know about you. And it's a shame that we got to keep on. And that's why I get so mad with our people, because if we got our mind together, we wouldn't have to be debating about this shit, man. We were all together. Like segregation days, before segregation, them days where we were hand in hand with each other. We loved each other more. We loved each other more. We wasn't hating on each other. Now motherfuckers come on social media just to be a window shopper. That's what these niggas do. Oh, they want to see what you got in your house. They want to see what your car. You advertising, motherfucker, more than you know. They open it up. You open it up there, just everything. We got so many, whether it's Instagram, whatever. We are opening up the doors for terrorists. And we don't even realize it. Some people don't want to be your friend, don't like you. Some people live their life on how many people subscribe to them, or how many people view them, or how many people on Facebook that like them. That's how so many people live their life. And some of these people never say hi to you, good morning to you. You might, like me, I got like, when I think about it, on people, I had to realize, I mean, goddamn, I'm on Facebook. I got almost 5,000 people that don't even say nothing to me. You be on Facebook, I only got Facebook for family and friends. And then I started realizing that some of the people I let in, they can't even say, how you doing? Good morning. But they'll stay in your chat. They'll be looking. They keep their eyes on you. They want to watch and see what you're doing. But you know what I'm saying? You got 5,000 followers on Facebook, and only 200 or 300 people say happy birthday. You got to think about these things. You got to think about these things, family. I can remember a time where your teacher, doctor, lawyer, policeman, all lived in the same community. And now they have pinned these police officers against us. They got, we got melanated brothers and sisters who will not live in the same, because they're not trusted. They won't even live in the same community. And when you take the time to learn people won't disrespect you. You move in that city with that person, learn who they are, learn who the children are. Them kids gonna look up to you. They're not gonna be against you. And I'm letting you know this. Once you understand these children, I used to be a football coach in some of the roughest neighborhoods in the city of New Orleans. I coached football with with children that were so supposed to be quote unquote bad behavior children. But because of my leadership and me being a more than just a coach, being a big brother to them, they were so respected. They were so respectful towards me. And even to this day, they call me like I am their big brother or father. Worked for Nard for years in New Orleans, in the hardest sectors of New Orleans, Louisiana. Never was afraid. Always enjoyed Jacoby Jones, who used to play for the Baltimore Ravens. He played for me. For those who know Jacoby Jones, who was who played for the Baltimore Ravens, played for the Houston Texans. That was one of my kids. You got to get involved, people. And like I said, this young man allowed, he's flaunting all over his city. Everybody see him in nice clothes. Everybody see him driving nice cars. You don't think that the people that are poor in his neighborhood are sitting there, man, look at this dude here. He think he better than, or he's probably selling weed, drugs, or whatever to them, and they know he getting big money. And people don't understand that. Yes, he's from the Lower Ninth Ward, just like me. Just like me. I'm from the Cross the Canal, I'm from Benton Street, Flood Street, Trico Street, St. Maurice. I lived in Pontchartrain Park, the Bull Drive. I moved from there. I lived in New Orleans East, Checkerboard, the Goose. Shout out to the Goose, Checkerboard. Shout out to all these Tyra Lane, Cindy Place, Diamond Road. Shout out to all you guys if you're listening. But you can't be afraid. You can't be afraid to interact with people that look like you. Government officials. You're going to vote a government official in, and that government official don't even come around to talk to his people. Shout out to you, Bronze. I knew you was my people. Yeah, you're right. You know, I just want people to understand that. And that this guy trusted, I mean, he must have was talking. Yeah, these guys knew where he was. He might have trusted one of the dudes. One of the dudes told him where he lived at. Well, went over there and found out how did they know where the man lived at? The man lived in a rural area. How did they know where he lived? And these people not just robbing random people. How they knew he had that much money? How did they knew that he had that much money? That lady threw a bag at them people. That lady threw a bag at them people. And they got the bag and they still murked that man. They still murked that man. They killed that man in cold blood. Shot him up. Somebody else's child. Somebody else's blood. You know, the audacity of some of you bitches taking lives of people that you have not burnt. How dare you think that you are the most honorable God? Some of you young people calling yourself God, you don't have God in you. And I'm not talking about white Jesus. You're not a God. That's not what a spirit do. It's the difference of the God. You're a God, but you ain't the God. Some of you people on social media got life fucked up. You think cause all of a sudden you think you can go around thinking that you are the highest spirit, giving yourself claim to God, and you out here murdering people. You ain't got the right to take nobody's life. How dare you? The fuck are you? somebody's mother that spent 9 months, and you're going to murder somebody. Who, or how dare you? Social media got life fucked up. Some of you guys listen to Nature Boy and all this other bullshit out here on social media, and you got yourself believing that you are somebody's maker. They can attack me, realize, because I be wanting to smoke. I don't give a damn. I welcome the smoke because it's so sad that it's terrible. I be wanting these young people to come to our content and wanting to be accepted in our communities, in the Aboriginal communities. We got to accept them. We got to try to help them and learn their genealogy, learn that they are from here and they're not a distant relative of Africa. If I had 504 Indigenous Warrior to drop the link, I don't have him today to drop the link. If he was to step in and drop the link, then it would be different. I'm in Missouri. I'm almost into Nebraska. I'm gonna be going to Nebraska. But when I get my drive time back, but I'm out here in this cold weather. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But I would love for you to come on the panel. It's just that I don't have the means right now to drop the link because I'm doing this from the phone. Some people can't handle the smoke. They can't handle the smoke, and it is what it is because there's something in their life that they're doing wrong, and they don't want to hear a person like me talk because they feel like it is applying to them. That's why I told motherfuckers. Somebody told me a long time ago, man, you the preaching chief. Somebody told me you the preaching chief. I ain't no preaching motherfucking chief. I just spread knowledge. Every time you spread knowledge and you do something righteous, everybody want to affiliate you with some church. This ain't about no church, man. This is about our people, and I want people to understand it. This is about our people, and the destruction is coming from us. It ain't coming from no white man. The white man already did. They dropped their seed into us. They did. They dropped their seed into us way, way long ago. The time when they start putting women, I mean, putting the woman putting the man out of the homes. And this is why the late 70s and the 80s, when they started welfare, when they started the projects, you thought the white man was giving you something, as you know, and what they doing was they was dividing, putting the man out the house. Tony, that's what they were doing. They were working so hard to keep the melanated man out the house, the destruction, and have the woman have this independent spirit to where they don't need a man. And this is what they have been doing. This is what I don't have a problem with a woman having her own. I don't have no problem with an independent woman. But what they're doing is trying to tell women that they don't need a man, and telling man that they don't need a woman. And these are the destructions that are happening. And what they're doing, they are breaking the balance of the world. These are the when you separate the man, you remove that man, that masculinity, and you move that woman, that feminine spirit, and you remove them away from each other. The more you keep moving these two powerful entities away from each other, the more you keep telling them that they are better without each other, the more weak we're going to be as a people. And I want you guys to understand that. The more separation of masculinity and feminine is the destruction of our people, period. Without both energies, you won't last. And I want you guys to understand that these things have been, Jim Crow has told you, told the men that women, while that black women are too loud, that they can't be reasoned with. These things are put in as in the system. But how can you not like a black woman because you had a mother that birthed you that was black? I don't teach you to hate other race of people. I teach you to love your race of people. I'm not teaching you to hate everybody, hate white women, hate all. I'm telling you that you have a problem with loving your own people. See, that's not the problem. I'm not. We're see, people get Aborigine people twisted. We're not a hate group. We're not on here trying to spur up hate. We're trying to teach everybody to love each other. Stop killing each other. And they got life fucked up because every time we are concentrating on teaching our people, then there's interference, motherfucker, that are not minding their business. Everybody wants to be in other people's business. They ain't gonna have no understanding. We can't. How could we even start working with helping white women and helping white men and helping Native Americans and Mexicans and helping Africans? How can we help all these people without helping us first? Most of us have device family ancestry. That's right. And I tell people all the time is that that the ancestors did some fucked up shit. We can't say all of our ancestors were great. They did some fucked up shit, and they mattered alone, and they allowed others to come in, and we are in our circumstances because of our ancestors. Our ancestors made some big mistakes. They made some big mistakes, and we have to just be honest. Some of our ancestors made mistakes. A lot of people don't want to hear that shit, man. To sit there and think that our ancestors were perfect and that they did everything right. If that was the case, Caucasians would not be running us right to this day. They would not be ruling our people, dominating our people if our ancestors did all right. We have been too friendly. We have been too friendly. Much as I love Martin Luther King, and I'm gonna always love Martin Luther King, but he was too fucking friendly. I hate to say that. You can't make a certain people change and be when once a savage is always a savage. Shout out to the Blue Lord 888. I want you guys to understand that we are our own trouble. 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 Yes, it's us. I told people before, I said, when I do my content, I said, did you know that most of these guys that came on these YouTube streets, they were about the knowledge, man. You watch Umar Johnson. Umar had a lot of energy for the black community. And then it became all about Umar. Sex, women and sex, and money, and drugs. Know what you're doing when you come into the conscious community. Know who you are. And let me tell you something, teachers are meant to teach. When you do the studies of the Aborigine, all that information belongs to all of us. All the information out there belongs to you, me, and everybody. Every time I teach something that I taught and I gave you some knowledge that you didn't hear from another channel, I got that from somewhere else too. It's not my knowledge. Knowledge comes from everybody, from Dr. Savy, from all the great historians. There's knowledge that I work and study about, and there's some knowledge that I learned on my own. Do not worship people. Do not look at people as gods. People are going to fail you multiple times. Stop praising people. It was all good when YP, young Pharaoh, was spreading the knowledge. And when he first came out, he was doing real good for the community. But he let shit get to his head. See, he know that we are the original people of this land. But because he was going on that young Pharaoh thing and that Kemet ways, he didn't want to lose his money. I want you guys to understand that. Go, go, my mouth dog in the house. Shout out to you, rude the nation. What's going on? And I want people to understand that praising people, you're making them gods. Stop praising people who are not worthy to be praised. Everybody got a little knowledge, and if we bring it together, we can be so dangerous. I want people to understand that. How powerful and dangerous we can be when we put all our knowledge. They got some smart brothers out here, man. They got some smart sisters out here. Man, y'all the most gifted people in the world. Aborigine people. You are the gifted people that walk Turtle Island. Your knowledge of self, man, y'all are so, man, if you just sit back and listen to yourself, and man, I can have conversations and listen to you all day long. Some of the panels that I have been on, some of the panels that I've been on my own channel or you guys are so gifted. Remember, if you're coming in the chat, please leave a like and subscribe. Remember, let's try to get this video up to 1K. Remember that this is an Aborigine perspective. This ain't nobody, the Africans. This ain't nobody. This ain't the Native Americans. This ain't the Mexicans. This is the Aborigine channel, okay? Remember, if you would like to donate to the channel, it's all up in the air. If you would like to, there's no push, there's no nothing. Anything you would like to donate to the channel, it's okay. But what I tell my people all the time, you know, we are never going to be the people that we want to be because we're going to keep separating ourselves, and we got to stop that. We got to come together, y'all. But some people got to be left alone. Some people got to be left behind. Not all of them. All of us are going to, we're not going to blend with everybody. Some people got to be left alone. I want you guys to understand that you can't take everybody to righteousness. You know what I'm talking about, JB? You cannot take everybody where you're going. Everybody ain't gonna like you. I said this so many times. If you find everybody liking you, then you know something fucking wrong. Man, I tell you, if you find everybody liking you, then you got to see something is wrong. You better get to running. First lady in the house. Everybody that come near you, they smiling at your baby, knowing that they talking about your baby ugly. People are evil. People are evil. Now I was in the house. You better lie right in your fucking face. They tell you how much they love you, how much they're your friend. 2 seconds later, they in another chat talking about you. Talking about they support you. But they talking about you. I value other opinions. I'm open to all of the information. If it's I can't even see. I gotta get my glasses. I know what you're trying to say. Chief is losing his eyesight at a young age. I'm 46 years old, and I'm losing my eyesight, y'all. But it's all good. It's all good. I got glasses and shit. You know what I'm saying? I just want you guys to know that that everybody ain't for you. Everybody ain't for you. Don't feel bad because you're not getting the exposure that other people is getting. It's okay. Some energies you don't fucking need. Some energies you don't fucking need. You don't need everybody supporting you because everybody ain't good for you. Everybody ain't good for you. Black Indian in the house. We all we got, Aborigine. We all we got. You think that everybody, they got people that think that we are just some African Negroes that are not proud of our culture. They think we just very angry at the Africans because they didn't come back and get our ass. See, they got this notion that we hate Africans because if Africa didn't love us enough to come back and get our ass. But I got one word for you out there, you African booty scratcher. I got one opinion towards you. Show me your genealogy. Show me your roots that put you in West Africa. Show me without the white man telling you that you belong in white and white. I mean, I like to say that Africa is where the white people belong to because they did shit. You know, that's where they come from. But I want to know. I want to know. You got all these motherfuckers telling us where to go, and then you prove to me that I come from Africa. Show me my roots, and I'll shut the fuck up. You got your Bori, Sinetta TV. They got these ghetto historians, these ghetto fucking historians telling you about where you belong. These motherfuckers are telling you where you belong. I never understand this. Show me where we have roots in Africa. How they got us all on these boats. Because every time you do the research and you really pull it up, you can do nothing but find cartoon imageries. You might find one ship that came across. But show me where they had us all shackled. Well, all these black people, they were so fucking weak that they let these white people dominate them. That all these black people just stand there and took an ass whipping, and they just let the white man dominate. You just prove it to me. And don't come back and give me no cartoon imageries. Don't come back and give me some shit that you heard from the white man. Show me fucking document proof that I come from there. Unga bunga. Unga bunga. Unga bunga. Show me where the fuck I come from. Because I ain't playing with your bitch ass. I'm sick of y'all. I'm sick of y'all lying on our people. Lying on our people. Lying. Saying we come from here. Look at the damn African nose. Look at your damn lips. Look at their cheekbones. Look at their body. Just look at their blue black. Just look at certain shit and you. Yes, they got people that look like everybody because we cousins of the world. But you motherfuckers got life fucked up. Our culture. Why haven't we? And I don't give a damn. Ain't no white man can beat your damn culture out of you. Get the fuck out of here. Ain't no white man can beat your culture out of you. That don't happen. You cannot, your culture can't be beaten out of you. You gonna do the ways of the Africans. I don't give a damn if you from Africa, you still gonna have some African in you. You lying motherfuckers. Who the hell you think you are? Who the hell you think is stupid or dumb? How the hell my ancestors, if they are African, how come they offspring is copying my people? How come the Africans are dancing like us? How come the Africans are rapping like us? How come the Africans are trying to wear clothes like us? If I come from Africa, wouldn't it be reversed? Wouldn't I be trying to look like an African? You son of a bitch. They're not going to like what I'm saying. They're going to try to take down my channel because they don't like what I'm saying, but I don't give a damn. They take my motherfucking channel. I can live without a fucking channel. I don't give a damn. And another thing, you were born in America. Why are we the only people that cannot be deported? Why they can't deport the thugs, these people that they claim that's so thugs? Why they can't deport us? They can deport Mexicans back to Mexico. They can deport all the other people that Africans, everybody else can be deported but us. I'm asking for a friend. Why can't we be deported? And the Africans don't have swag. They don't have no swag. They can't dance like. Come on, man, let's go. I just yeah, they be doing they be dancing, doing that singing and they chants and unga bunga, and they be doing their little shit. You hear me? They be doing the little couple of little swinging and they like the motherfucker. I told people the Native Americans are related. The Siberian Asians are related to the Africans. They're related to them. We have no Darius Matthews. We have no green card. And you got these people calling you African and American. Two colonizers' names. That's not even the name of our country. You got these people calling us African and American. No wonder we can't get shit in our community. No wonder they not that our shit that all we can get is Martin Luther King Street. No wonder. You can't make it up. You up there, God, I'm African American. I'm African American. That's what I am. Don't even know what part of Africa. Never been to Africa in your fucking life. But you refuse to claim your motherland here in America. Righteous Wood in the house. All the Arabs have taken over in New Orleans. Lord, you ain't never lied. And it stings me fucking up that the Arabs, the Arabs, the Asian people, the Vietnamese, all these people can get a gas station. They can get free taxes. They can come here and get a job, get up here, and guess what? It's ironic that they cooking chicken for your ass. That's the funny part, that every gas station that they got, they make sure that they cook some chicken. Because they think that the Negroes love chicken. Go on to New Orleans, they got a chicken place everywhere. Going out in Memphis, they got a chicken place everywhere. And they making money off of the backs of our people. We the people that support them. You crazy motherfuckers don't realize that you give all the business to them and you can go in the same business. That's why I got so much respect for one of my nephews that live in Houston. You know, he went and got his own understand that. I can't understand it. These people got chicken places, all kinds of chicken places. They selling chicken out the gas station. Chicken out the gas station. They selling malt liquor. They selling malt liquor, malt liquor, malt liquor. Malt liquor in your community. And you don't understand that, family. And them people can't stand your ass. They always whipping y'all ass, accusing y'all ass of stealing. And you the ones who paying all the money to them. You the ones that got them rich. They'll never respect us because we don't respect us. I keep saying that, man. They'll never respect us because we don't respect us. And that's a problem, family. That is a problem. It ain't just a white man. We in competition every day. We dealing with all the minorities coming in from different countries. And they don't have no respect for us. No. No respect for us. I want to thank all y'all for coming in, supporting me as usual. Y'all the best. Y'all the greatest. Y'all the greatest. I'm upset. I'm a Saints fan, and I lost my head coach today. He retired, and what a bad day for me. I already lost my Super Bowl quarterback last year. I lost Drew Brees. Now I lost Sean Payton. So I'm a big football fan, but it keeps my mind going every time. All the killing that's going on in the streets and stuff. But we got to get better, y'all. I love you guys, man. I'll love yourself. I want you guys to love yourself. Love your people around you. Remember that to press and leave a like and subscribe. Also, help me get this up to 1K. Remember that this is an Aborigine perspective, and also Cash App if you would like to support the channel. Remember that The opinions in the chat may not reflect the opinions of Peanut Nola 504 in his Aborigine channel. Please share, y'all. Y'all have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Tuesday. I'm out here. Have a nice day.